Hey guys, and welcome to another series for the Elite League playoffs. Now this one, unfortunately, is the first time you're going to see Cry play, but it's not actually the winner's bracket, this is the loser's bracket. Cry versus Adila, who were both kicked out in the first round of the winner's bracket of the Elite League Season 7 playoffs. Unfortunately, Cry was being a little bit of a pussy and saying that his sister was playing for the winners bracket games, and for that reason he didn't bother saving the replays because they weren't quite good enough. Really, he just played like shit. So here we go, we've got Cry vs Adila round 1 of the losers bracket. Let's see how it goes. Warlock versus Lictor Alpha. Now a lot of people say that Lictor Alpha is a good counter to Eldar. I think out of the Nid heroes, the Lictor Alpha is by far the best. The ability to infiltrate by default is really useful. It helps you bleed Guardians early on, because you get into contact without them fleeing. It provides a natural counter to the Shuriken. However, I don't necessarily think you should avoid going for Shuriken first just because the enemy is the Lictor Alpha. In fact, I would argue you shouldn't. You should still go for the Shuriken, because you can simply counter the Lictor Alpha using your Banshees. But it means you do have to blob up more than you would versus a default Hive Tyrant or Ravener Alpha, so there's definitely advantages to the Lictor. Now, in situations like this, where all of the Eldar army is blobbing up, the Lictor doesn't want anything to do with it. Guardians alone will do massive damage, and that's the damage they did there, with 20% damage resistance due to partial reveal. Obviously, if the melee Banshees got into contact with him, he'd have been fucked. So yes, the Eldar is blobbing up quite a lot. This is something typical that you've got to do as an Eldar in this matchup. Now, one thing that I will say, I think that Adila is being a little bit aggressive. I also don't understand why the fuck he just charged his Banshees into the Spore Mines. Also, there could have been another detonation there by the Spore Mines, and that could very well have wiped the Banshees. So that was very odd. That was an extremely lucky special attack, finishing off both of the remaining Spore Mines, and nearly ending up wiping the Lictor due to that. Wow, okay. So that actually turned out to be a pretty damn decent engagement for Crisis. He didn't bleed a lot of models, and he killed maybe 2 Banshees? Maybe 3? I think it was 3. He only lost 4 Termagant models. Definitely worth it for him. However, actually, he's not doing that good in map control. He did go over and bash the power node, which I suppose is a good thing. But it's not really that big of a deal if my microphone doesn't fall down. It's not really that big of a deal if Adila was intending to go for ranges in the first place anyway, because it hasn't delayed them, though by getting the power node down you do delay the Shuriken. Decent grenade. Kills an extra 3 Helmigons. Now there's only 3 that died from the squad, wow. Okay, so Fast Warriors coming out for Crisis, okay. Well, that will counter Rangers pretty well, because it's a lot of beefy range damage that you're going to have to put into them to get rid of him. Warlock gets hooked. A bit strange that the Lictor didn't attack the Warlock then. I feel like he probably would have killed him if he did. I don't know what that was all about. Crisis playing with Mercy rules or something. But the tankiness of the Warriors does just force off the Eldar blob there. They don't have enough DPS to take him out before they get into melee. Another Ranger squad coming out. I have to assume that's an Overwatch mistake. You can't possibly be wanting 2 Rangers in this map, really? A Shuriken's so good in the middle here, it covers so much ground. Well, he's gone for 2 Rangers. I don't know if it was Overwatch. I think it must have been. Must be. But then again, he wasn't doing anything else anyway. There was nothing going on in the map. So you'd think he would have noticed. Maybe it was intentional. I mean, in the same vein that a Shuriken can cover a lot of the centre of the middle, the Rangers can be very strong in the middle, poking away at the enemy and then running back to retreat the gen farm. But I don't think against Tyranids it's a very good choice. Shurikens control them so well, all the way into tier 3. Even in tier 3 Shurikens are useful, because even when they get zone throws, their artillery equivalent, they can't really deal with energy shields. Okay, so it looks like Cry is kind of just stalling for now. He hooks a Guardian and then doesn't even commit to it, so that was... Okay, well he gets quite lucky there with the Termagant hitting. Should have already had his termagants ready and waiting when he hooked the Guardian in. Okay, so now he's stalled for long enough, he's got his warriors and his revenants, so he's got everything he needs now to take this engagement. There isn't even a shuriken squad out, so this should be a pretty easy engagement for him. He should route these fairly quickly, just burrow onto them, force them off with all your melee. He just has to be wary of grenades when he does this. Grenade into kinetic pulse could be brutal here. Nice grenade spread. Good damage on the warriors, kills 5 Hormagaunts. And Adila seeds no bleed whatsoever. This is exactly what you gotta do against Nids. Don't overcommit, play defensive, slowly bleed them out, your units just start to level up more, and then they scale better. And the warriors are really isolated here with the banshees moving in, they need to get the fuck out of there. There's loads of range support though, so the banshees at this point should back off. Well, Adila was too slow to back off, he doesn't have fleetness, so he just retreats, that's fair enough. Support is coming out, Destructor goes down, but it mostly misses. We see an Immolator. With the double ranger shots plus the focus fire from the Guardians, he actually does pop the warrior model, gets a nice bit of synaptic backlash, the Immolate's down, burning termagants. And a lot of bleed is coming out, Rangers are doing well. Take off another Ravener model, kill a Termagant model. There's a lot of bleed for the forces of the Tyranids, and really the Eldar aren't bleeding whatsoever. Look at this, the only thing that incurred bleed there was, well there was nothing. The only thing that lost health was the Warlock, and it obviously doesn't actually bleed you. Full models and Guardians, full models and Rangers. Obviously these occasional flesh hooks get some value, but look at the XP on the Elixir Alpha, it's not that great. Compared to what Crisis is losing, it's really quite significant. I mean, yeah, look at the wreck income at the moment for Cry. He's got none. He spent all of his wreck just reinforcing units. Not only that, the wreck income for Adila is far higher, but he's got 3 fully matured requisition points. Crisis only has 1, and Adila's got the gens up as well, 4 gens. This looks really, really strong for Adila. You are not meant to be going into tier 2 as the Nids behind your opponent. Certainly with less gens as well. Crazy. Bit of a whiffed Immolate there, I don't really know why you use that. You really want to be combining the Immolate with the Kinetic Pulse to maximise its damage. Oh my god. Warriors to just retreat, they're going to backlash. Oh, that was lucky that the sniper shot didn't kill another one there. But yeah, Adila, he tries to snipe as much as he can and then he just gets out of there. So he doesn't lose much in terms of models there. However, he obviously is now going to be losing the map. He does have a gate up, so he should get out of here fairly quick. Be able to defend his gen farm, shouldn't lose all of his gens. I don't like the warriors are capping, I think they should go back and heal. Because they're just going to backlash immediately when they get into the fight in the future. For some reason he isn't utilising the webway gate. Oh, I'll tell you why, because he doesn't even have a gate in his base. So this webway gate is actually for heals more than anything else. Again, a bit of a questionable use of the Immolator. Why is he not combining it with Kinetic Pulse so they can't just walk out of it? That would be a lot stronger then. Nice damage from the Rangers, man. Ravs need to retreat. Gonna be bleeding models, you don't want that. Ooh, Might Wiper Guardian Squad goes for a grenade. And ends up wiping himself. Brilliant. I'm not actually sure if that was himself or the ranged fire, but either way, yeah, that grenade was not worth it. So that's an example of one of the... Oh my god, he lost both Guardians? Wait, what? How did he lose both? I don't know how Adila just lost both Guardians, that's terrible. Right, he's throwing this game now. What I was going to say is that's a great example of how, against Tyranids, especially early on, you need to play really defensive. Don't make risky plays. That player was not worth it. He's bleeding the Raveners massively. Look at how expensive they are to reinforce. 66 requisition, 7 power. You just drain the Tyranids' requisition income slowly. He's freaking out too much. Going for those kind of players is just so unnecessary. Just relax. You don't need to wipe the Raveners, especially when it puts your Guardians at risk. Constantly have a mindset against Tyranids of preserving your units rather than trying to wipe the enemies. Now, it's not all that bad, because that does mean he has less upkeep. He's got a decent amount of wreck income, even though he's only got 2 wreck points at this moment in time. And that means he can just start to replace those Guardians with Warp Spiders, who are just fantastic against Tyranids. Warp Spiders counter pretty much everything in the Tyranid roster. Did he just lose a Ranger squad? Oh my god, he did. Wow. Adila. Right, he goes for the wipe of the Autarch and it fails. He only gets 1 warrior model, not the actual squad. Is that another Ravener Brood? Must be, right? Oh no, Venom Brood. Why the fuck does he drop in a Venom Brood? Well, that's just lazy from Cry. I don't know, maybe he wants ranged Synapse. I don't really think that's worth it though. Not right now. Hang on. Oh my god, I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I'm missing everything. Did the Raveners just wipe here? It looks like they did. It looks like they got wiped by spiders. The Raveners got wiped. I don't know if I'm like tripping out. What the fuck's going on? I'm missing everything. Alright. Well, look. He's now got Venom Brood instead of Raveners, which is terrible. The main advantage of the Venom Brood is that they give you that ranged Synapse, which buffs the Raveners, who can then counter Warp Spiders, particularly when the Warp Spiders are outside of cover. Now they're just getting Synaptic Backlash constantly, and Crisis is behind him VP, so this really puts him in a bit of an awkward situation. That said, Adila doesn't really have much of a core to his army. There's no shurikens that he can fall back to and sort of pivot around. He's got no Guardians to cap. So he's relying probably on this Autarch and his Warlock to be doing a lot of the capping. Not ideal at all. Good retreat again. Retreating very preemptively. I like it. I don't know why the Rangers are so far forward. Just get in the webway, man. What the fuck? Just get in the webway. Oh wow, that warrior special. Good god. A bit late on the combo there, Adila. Dark Reapers. I like this pick actually in this instance. These melee warriors are being an absolute nuisance. They're just so tanky. They're soaking up all of the Warp Spider fire so that the Warp Spiders can't be bleeding the Gaunts. If you get Dark Reapers, you have them focus on the warriors, you rout the warriors early on, and then you can just start bleeding and get map control via the Warp Spiders. Oh, swift movement that was. Might actually wipe the Elixir Alpha. Yeah, it does. Beautiful little sync kill. I hate how the pistol looks on it though. That's not so beautiful. I might actually note that down. We should look into getting that visual effect fixed. I don't know if you can easily change sync kills. Probably though. I'm actually writing that down mid-cast. Sorry guys, but you know, Elite Mod comes first before you lot. If there was no Elite Mod, then there would be no casts. Get visual effects fixed on She Sync Kill. Alright. Where are those Reapers at? So, okay, they're just kind of chilling here. They need to be in the back lines. They have extra range compared to normal units, so then you use the Banshees and the Warlock to screen for them. The Warp Spiders could also be in the more front lines because they can jump away, whereas obviously the Reapers aren't mobile. They're getting a lot of damage down on these warriors, but okay, finally Synapse happens. Gene Stealers are in the mix now, along with Rippers. Rippers being used really well here, tying up the Dark Reapers, who are now just running forward under Swift Movement. Swift Movement doesn't work on units in retreat. What the fuck is going on, man? So the Warlock just got slapped around and shot to pieces and wiped. Distort field is on the Banshees. The Banshees go down. What? Oh no. Jesus Christ, Adila, that was terrible. Yes, very greedy. Very greedy. Greedy plays. You shouldn't be making them as Eldar against Tyranids. You play conservative and cautious and you bleed the opponent while taking no bleed yourself, and then you eventually just come ahead. Ah man. Rushing in the Banshee and the Warlock and losing both of them there, not ideal. That puts Adila in a real tough spot. Now, he does have a VP advantage, and I'll be honest, gates on this map are really fucking good. But here comes the Ripper spam. On the plus side, that could definitely help level up all these Eldar units, which will make them get quite out of control. If only they had the Banshees, they're the best things to level up. Look at the XP gains. Slowly trickling up. Now that XP value obviously is distributed against every single squad fighting against the Rippers, so all these units are getting that little trickle of XP. Oh, fuck me, man. The Rangers are actually putting in major work here. They're doing so much damage against the Warriors all game. And then the Reapers! Shit! But my god, I can't speak this cast, I don't know what's going on. Warp Spiders have teleported into Gene Stealers. Because they can't see the Gene Stealers since they passively infiltrate. A little bit of an awkward situation. I don't know how the Gene Stealers didn't get more damage onto them, to be honest. Warlock with Kernus and Warp Throw, ooh, that could be brutal. I'm not sure how much energy it costs to use Warp Throw into Kernus. I don't know if he'd be able to do it with 130. Now that he's level 5, I think he should. 140 energy is a lot of energy. Autark doing what she does best, constantly harassing the VPs on the side. See, Dark Reapers are great against the Warriors, but their damage is so mediocre against Gene Stealers. All that time they were shooting there. Gene Stealers weren't even under melee synapse, and they only did 20% of their HP. Not great. But the Reapers definitely are putting in good work against these warrior variants. Oh my god, is he just going to wipe the zone throw it straight away? Are you serious? Just walk through it. Walk through the zone throw it forward. Wow. Crazy. Cry clearly just struggling with his micro on this occasion. To be fair, there's a lot going on. All the units are split up all over the map. Like, look how long it's taking Adila to move his Autark. He's just gonna get it wiped. No. Fuck's sake, man. What was going on here? Did he just lose something else? No, he only had the 4 units, didn't he? And I think Cry hasn't lost anything. No, he's doing alright. I don't know why Adila isn't building a webway in his base. Oh man. Ooh, if he can get some synapse. Nice backlash. Warp Spider's been too aggressive again. Interesting choice to replace the Autark. I like it. Especially when she does special attacks like that. Holy shit. That's the kind of special attacks you need when you've got ranged troops helping you. Yeah, Gene Stealers need to get out. There's way too much ranged DPS here with the Spiders and the Reapers helping the Autark. Yeah, you're just bleeding. And that's the nice thing about the Autark. She's really fast, and she's decent in melee, but really the best thing is she doesn't bleed. She's low upkeep. Okay, now we're seeing the Shuriken coming out. I like that. So he gets a nice little bit of staying power, a pivot point. Reapers are now halfway through level 2. What about Spiders? Level 4. Fuck me. And once again, you can see how much bleed Crisis is incurring. He's been in tier 2 for a long time, man, and Tyranids, you know their units aren't the most expensive. The got really low pop costs. They should get through tier 2 quite quickly. But look at this. No requisition and 180 power. It's quite clear what is delaying the players here. Well, especially Crisis. It's his goddamn bleed. 180 power. He'll never need power again for the rest of the game. And he doesn't even have 3 gens. Brilliant. Massive horde of nids coming out here. Yeah, that web gate ain't gonna last very long. Why is he building the gate there and not in his base? What the fuck are you doing, Adila? I understand he wants it for regen, but for fuck's sake. Just, you know, using the gates for regen and mobility just makes them exponentially better. Why only use them for regen? Just build a goddamn web gate in your base, man. Come on. Man, the ranged focus fire is so strong. The Shuriken just completely dominated that engagement. He's obviously put up this tower here, probably buying rippers out of it or something. I don't know why Adila isn't shooting down the tower. Perhaps he's trying to just save all the energy to give to the Autarch. Getting XP on the Wart Spiders obviously is a waste now at level 4. I do think even though they're level 4, they will steal some of the XP gain that the other units would have got if they contribute to the kill. So yeah, we're going to need a lot of rippers coming out now from Cry to be able to deal with these shurikens. If they're out in the open, you can obviously snipe them down with the zone throats, but it will take a long time. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a coughing attack. I'd have, well, look. I'd have edited it out of the video if it wasn't for the fact that you have to reopen the fucking replay from the start and you can't resume from wherever you were watching. And unfortunately, the mic I'm using at the moment, it's like a professional external mic. It doesn't have a fucking mute button. It's not like my old headset. I should probably get some sort of hotkey mute, actually. That's something to write down as well. Hotkey mute feature. Stop being such a noob caster. And then I'm running DOW2 not in borderless window as well, so I have to alt-tab out and then it freezes the fucking screen when I go to mute the microphone via OBS. Fucking hell, man. Come on, Torpid. This is not professional. But yeah, we're seeing the value of late game shurikens in this matchup, and trust me, man, shurikens fucking rape nids. All the way into tier 3. Look at the... Zone Thropes are so bad. Look at the damage that Zone Thropes do to the shuriken. So little. You'd be sat there all day trying to wipe that. Oh, Kernus in retreat. Boom. Kind of fucked it up, to be honest. Because he leapt in when he shouldn't have. And he still gets the wipe. Dark Raper's going to be focusing down the Venom Brood again. Raping all the insects in the night. Distort field on the Warlock. Very liberal use of the globals from Adila here. Cloak of Shadows, I like that. I mean, the thing is, Cloak of Shadows' ability itself basically is like the Distort field on your Warlock, so... I don't know. Wait, why is this a Bright Lance? Why is there a Bright Lance, guys? Have I missed something here? I'm pretty sure I did not miss a Tyrant Guard coming out. That would be very strange. I think Adila's just lost his fucking mind. No, the Hormogots are stopping. What are they doing? Run, little man, run. Finally, Crisis is able to take out that Web Brigade. I bet that felt very satisfying. He seemed to be getting trolled quite hard by that. He has got it on Scorch mode. I wonder if that's actually intentional. Surely not. That obviously allows the Bright Lance to start sniping things from afar, and it does synergize really well with Wart Spiders and Dark Reapers to make them do more damage. But fuck that, man. Just keep your damn shuriken. Adila, if you're watching this, could you tell me, was that intentional getting that Bright Lance for the Scorch? Or was that just a misclick? Because I'll be honest, I can see logic in getting it for sure. Oh shit, the VPs are already gone. Fucking hell. Mate, guys, I don't know what the fuck I've been doing this cast. I'm just on another planet. I'm missing everything. I don't know when the last Gene Stealer squad died either. I didn't even notice the VPs were already down to 0. Might be time for some more coffee or a workout or something. Anyway, that's the end of that game. Shit. Wow, what a game. That was a bit of a Game of Thrones, that one. Back and forth all over the place. Look at all the dead nids all over the place, man. Green goo, dead nids, and capillary towers all over Gaff. But Crisis is out. Crisis is now going to be leaving the tournament. That's going to be the last thing you see from him, going out in the losers bracket round 1, unfortunately. But Crisis, you know, it's his first time playing in Elite League as well. He's a newer player to 1v1, definitely been more of a team player previously, and he's having a lot of success with his little Tyrannid buggers, so that's cool. Nice to see it. Hope to see where he goes in the future, see if he can win one of these leagues himself. Adila, moving up, showcasing the reason he's the balance head, even though he's not playing actively, barely playing at all really, and he definitely ain't training for these events. He's still beating people up, even when he's making these big ass throws. So Adila's moving up to round 2 of the losers bracket. Let's see how he does there. Thank you for watching, guys. I'ma go get that sync kill fixed on the Banshees, hopefully. Top it out.